Hello, I'm Tina. Welcome to Embracing Aging. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the things you can do to achieve a more positive mindset. Um, and one of the first things that I think is um, important is be careful or mindful of what you consume in terms of your TV viewing, what you're looking at on the internet, what you're reading in newspapers, what you're following on social media, things like that. I think just be really careful that you don't get too drawn into negative thinking and worst case scenarios. And I think with the news, the way things are at the moment, it is really it's difficult to avoid that sort of negativity. You don't see good news on the news, you just see bad news, really. And I'm not saying at all to bury your head in the sand, but there are things that are outside our own control that we can't do anything about. Um, it's different if it's home and that things you can do at home where you can get off your backside and you can actually go and do something useful. But there is absolutely no point in dwelling on things that you got absolutely no influence over. So I would say, okay, you can feel sorry for people who are, dying in a war like millions of miles away. But unless you're going to get off your backside and actually practically do something to stop the war or fight for a cause, there is no point in worrying about it. There is no point in you dwelling on that. So yeah, just be careful about what you watch and what occupies your mind. And if you start thinking about that, think about, if you want to, if you feel so strongly about it, actually do something about it. Don't be a term that I've heard recently is slacktivist, where people who they'll write stuff on the internet, they will write loads of stuff and sign petitions and things, but they actually don't do anything. And that's another thing. Tony Robbins famously said, you can look at your garden and you can say, there are no weeds, there are no weeds, there are no weeds. That might be positive thinking, but unless you go out there and you do something about the weeds, wasting your time. So what I'm saying, that unless you can, if you want to watch stuff like that or listen to stuff like that, get involved, take some positive action. And that's what you need to do. You need to act, not just talk about it and think about it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is about clearing out clutter. And I think that clearing out clutter, particularly, things like if you've got like a stack of paperwork that you need to deal with, if you've got things you need to sort out, and you've got a never-ending to-do list, then if you can perhaps spend half an hour a day, like I talked about yesterday, about making time to do things, you can allow maybe half an hour a day. If you've got a stack of paperwork that needs sorting through, throwing away, shredding, whatever, or dealing with, then spend half an hour on it. And when you've done that, you can put it away, spend half an hour the next day and the next day until it's done. Break it down into smaller just smaller little batches and you'll get it done quicker. Same with, if your cupboards need sorting out, if you've got clothes that you've not worn for 5 years, throw them away or give them to the charity shop or whatever. But by clearing out the clutter and the things that you keep looking at things, think, I must do that. Actually do it. Just do it and get it out of the way. And you'll find that it frees your mind up for more, that you can plan things, you can start doing things that are more positive. But also being around people who are mood hoovers, the kind of people that, you walk into a room and they've immediately got a problem. There is something that, that they just, you don't look forward to spending time with them because they just suck the energy out of you. Avoid people like that. Or if you can, try and suggest to them a more positive solution. But again, it's about thinking, solving problems and looking for a solution rather than looking at a problem and just focusing on the problem. Instead, focus on the solution. And yeah, don't be around people like that bring you down. You know, be around people who make you laugh and make you smile. Kids are great. I mean, I love being around my grandchildren because they make me laugh. And you know, when you're around kids or young people, you realise that, you know, life isn't all doom and gloom. Okay, we might have to deal with some shitty stuff, but you know, that aside, we still, you know, like I said in I think my very first video, we're here, we're breathing, we've got a chance to make today different. We can start again every day. It doesn't matter how many times you stuff up, how many times you intend to do something. Get up the next day, you're still breathing, you can still do it. So that's what I've got for you today. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about some books that have that for me have made a big impact on me. And the first one was a book called Dare to Win, which probably is out of print now, by I know it's Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. Yeah, Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen. And it's called Dare to Win. Brilliant book. And the other one, which I absolutely love, I've got it here, is The Four Agreements. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more tomorrow if you've not heard about it. I'm just going to briefly go through the Four Agreements because for me, that, you know, just actually knowing those and acknowledging them has been a bit of a game changer for me, to be honest. So that's what I've got for you today. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's watched my videos and who's subscribed. I'm really grateful to you. It's like, it means such a lot to me. And I'm looking forward to joining you again tomorrow. So see you then. Bye.